Story of the Boy Judge. Once upon a time there was a very good man named Ali. He lived in Baghdad, where he had a cake shop. He made wonderful cakes and worked very, very hard and saved all the money he earned. Every month he would put a gold coin in an old olive jar. He did this for many, many years, and one day, when he was already an old man, he realized he could retire. So he took some gold coins from the jar and decided to take a long journey around the world. But before his departure, he took the olive jar with the rest of the gold to his friend Hussein and said, "Hussein, I'm going on a trip and would need you to keep this olive jar for me." Hussein agreed to keep the olive jar and put it on a shelf. 5 years passed, and Hussein forgot about the olive jar, until one day when Hussein's wife needed olives and asked Hussein to get some. He was a very lazy man and didn't want to go to the market, so he decided to take some olives from the jar Ali had left him. When Hussein opened the jar, he discovered that it was full of gold. Hussein took the gold and buried it in his garden. Then he took some olives, filled the jar, and put it back on the shelf. A week later, Ali returned from his journey. He went to Hussein's house and asked for his olive jar. Hussein gave him the jar, but it was full of olives. "Where is my gold?" Ali asked in fury. "What gold? You left an olive jar with me, and I'm giving you your olive jar back," replied Hussein. Ali went straight to the city judge and asked him to resolve the situation, but the judge said, "You cannot prove that there was gold in the jar. How do you expect me to believe you?" Unhappy and upset, Ali decided to go and talk to the Sultan, who was known to be a wise and fair man. The Sultan could not think of a way to solve the problem. He asked Ali to give him one day so that he might reach a decision. Ali agreed and returned home. The Sultan wondered what people in the city were saying about this case, so he decided to disguise himself and wander about the streets to hear the people gossip. Some people were saying that Hussein was a thief, while others suggested that surely Ali must have come home confused from his trip. The Sultan was about to return home to his palace without a solution when he saw some children playing a game about the very case on which he was working. One boy pretended to be Hussein. Another boy pretended to be Ali, while yet another boy pretended to be the judge. The Sultan observed them for a while, and impressed by the boy judge, he asked the boy to come to the palace the next day. The following day in the palace, the Sultan gathered together Hussein, Ali, the boy judge, and the jar of olives, with a large crowd of people there to watch the proceedings. The Sultan told the boy, "Yesterday, I watched you play with your friends, where you were a judge. I thought you were a very good judge, so you shall try this case now." The boy was nervous and uncertain, but he obeyed the Sultan. "Hussein," the boy said, "did your friend Ali leave the jar of olives with you?" "Yes," replied Hussein. "When did he leave this jar of olives with you, Hussein?" the boy asked. "He left it with me 5 years ago," Hussein replied. The boy continued and asked, "Did you open the jar and taste an olive?" "Oh, no," said Hussein. Then the boy turned to Ali and said, "Give me an olive, please." So Ali opened the jar and gave the boy some olives. The boy ate some. "These olives are delicious," he said. "I find it very hard to believe that they are 5 years old." In that moment, everyone realized that Hussein had lied and had indeed stolen the gold from his friend Ali. Ali was happy to have his gold back, but he was sad and disappointed because his friend Hussein had tried to trick him. The boy continued to be the city's judge, and over the many years to come, he presided over numerous difficult cases, and he was always known to be a fair and honest judge. The end.